Have you been feeling sluggish, drained, and down in the dumps these days? I know I have. Some days I just feel like doing nothing. Well, guess what? I've got a fail-proof 6-step plan to reboot your energy. It really works, so pay close attention. Hey, I'm Rena Hedeman, career and life coach, and welcome to Your Big Fun Life, the place to be for living at the top of your game. First of all, if you've been feeling tired and gloomy, you are so not alone. I've been feeling exhausted and just uninspired. We all have for months now. And this is supposed to be the most wonderful time of the year. I've been getting so many messages and texts from friends and coaching clients telling me they've got zero energy and they just feel so down and lethargic. We all can't wait for this year to be over. We're feeling shaken, nervous, lethargic, and mentally just totally exhausted. And on top of that, those of us in the northern hemisphere, you can probably see it's pretty dark and wintry out there. We're heading into winter, which means less sunlight and more dark, cold days. And we're all just trying to hang in there, waiting for this year to finally end, right? But I've got news for you. We're not going to suddenly wake up on January 1st and feel fabulous, right? I mean, these things we're facing now won't suddenly vanish overnight, though we all totally wish they would. But if you follow my advice and do these 6 things starting today, you can start them right now. I promise you're going to feel a whole lot better. No, it won't make the pandemic go away or solve all your problems, but it'll make a huge difference in your overall happiness and well-being. So number 1, get out in the sunshine every day if you can, for at least 20 to 30 minutes, even if it's freezing outside. And if you can't, at least try to sit in a sunny window for a solid half hour. I mean, we humans, we need sunlight every day if possible. Science shows that it regulates our sleep and circadian rhythms. You know, it provides vitamin D, which our bodies can't make on its own. And sunlight triggers the release of a hormone called serotonin, which boosts your mood. And lack of sunlight, when it's darker, you know, when it gets dark at night, that triggers the brain to release melatonin, which makes you sleepy. No wonder we're in the mood to curl up on the couch in the winter. So if you want to boost your happiness and your energy level, sunshine is key. I actually use a light box, which is super helpful. This is a smaller model because it's meant for traveling. Many of us are doing traveling right now, but I still love this little size. You can take it anywhere. I discovered how depressed I was getting with less sunshine every day when I moved to London years ago. A friend asked me how I liked living there, and I said, well, I love it, except for the fact that I'm crying every day and I have no idea why. She said, oh, darling, that's because of the lack of sunlight. You Americans are not used to it. We Brits are used to it. Here, borrow my sun lamp. So she lent me her sunbox. It made a huge difference. This one happens to be made by the Sunbox company, and as I said, it's a slightly smaller model. There are bigger ones out there, and there are probably lots of companies. Just look it up. It's awesome. Okay, number 2, lay off sugar and carbs. I know, 'tis the season to be baking, fa la la la. And when you're stuck at home, why not make up a batch of yummy brownies or chocolate chip cookies? Why? Because you'll eat them all. That's why. At least I will. It's just too hard to stop at just one. I mean, I could polish off a whole batch in a day or 2, easy. But the reason sweets are so bad is because of the crash that follows the sugar high. Even if you have just 1 serving of cake, ice cream, or pancakes, or whatever, your body has to suddenly produce a ton of insulin to counteract all that sugar in your bloodstream, and you end up feeling more lethargic and tired than before. That's why you want a nap. Even carbs like bread, pasta, and cereal, I know, they're so good. But they turn to glucose in your blood too and slow down your body's systems, including your brain, which leaves you feeling tired and just so unproductive. Number 3. Okay, I know you already know this one. Can you guess it? What's one of the absolute top things that makes you feel better? Sleep! We all know that, and since we're not going out much these days, it should be pretty easy to get more sleep, for crying out loud. So why am I still so sleep deprived? I don't know about you, but I'm having so much trouble falling asleep these days and staying asleep. I actually did a video a few months ago on how to get better sleep, and if I'd follow my own advice, it actually works. Less alcohol, more meditation, no screen time after dinner. You know, all that blue light stimulates your brain and keeps you awake. Have a nighttime routine like a warm bath or a shower before bed, etc. But I have not been doing that. I've been in front of my computer nearly every night doing my holiday shopping online or reading the news or whatever. Not smart. And I've been kind of lazy about meditating every day these days. I gotta get back into that because it really makes a difference. Gotta follow my own advice. I actually have lots more great tips on getting more sleep, and you can find that here. But here's the kicker, you actually have to do them, not just talk about it. Okay, number 4, and I'll make these last 3 super quick, okay? This one's really important, mental hygiene. What does that mean? It means being super mindful of what you feed your brain every day. Don't look at your phone first thing in the morning, for example. Those emails will stress you out, and the social media posts of people appearing blissfully happy in their perfect Martha Stewart homes, or worse, those ranting and complaining posts, I mean, they're just not a great way to start your day. Instead, start by taking a few deep breaths, and I know this sounds corny, but think about someone you really love and how grateful you are to have them in your life, and then set your intention of what kind of day you're going to have. Decide on your mindset before everyone else does. You know, the news, social media, work, or negative people. Don't let them decide for you. Okay, here we go. Number 5, exercise. Yeah, I know you're sick of hearing that, but come on, you know firsthand that you feel so much better after you exercise. It's so worth all the endorphins. Even a brisk 20-minute walk outside or dancing in the kitchen. Here's a scene from several years ago when my kids and I felt like having fun in the kitchen. Playing your favorite tunes and grooving it out will make you feel way better, both physically and mentally. So do it. And number 6, last but not least, this one's actually pretty important. It's a little harder because it's not easy to pin down. Find a purpose to focus on. I don't know, maybe a fun hobby or project. Maybe start writing a book or training for a marathon or take an online class, or maybe strategically plan your next chapter after this whole thing is over. I mean, this year has been a huge time of transition for so many people. And if your kids have left the nest, for example, even if they're home with you now, they will leave again as soon as the pandemic is over. So maybe now is your time to plan your time, your next act, your reinvention, or a next chapter in life. I'm actually leading a free online masterclass in January for women who want to hit the reset button next year and build a strategic plan to make the next season of their life the best one yet. I'd be happy to save a spot for you at the masterclass if you're even thinking about what's next for you. So if that's something that interests you, just type yes in the comments below, or better yet, I'll put a link in my notes below and that'll get you on the wait list, and we'll send you out an invitation to the free masterclass in January as soon as it opens up. I'm super excited about it. Okay, so there you go. 6 ways to reboot your energy and happiness starting today, right now. So I hope this has been helpful to you. If you want more helpful stuff like this, you might want to watch this, and you might like this. And if you want to hear more from me in the future, please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Now, go out and catch some sunshine, and I'll see you in my next video.